Hello, it is Troy with Cornerstone Realty Associates here in Knoxville, and I want to go over the data of the active listings and what happened with the market last week, ending Friday, March 1st. So let's jump in and take a look and see what happened. Okay, when we look at the market action index, these graphs are comparing 2019, 2022, 2023, and 2024. So when we look at the data here, we can see this black line is the current year of 2024, and we can compare it to the other years. The numbers we really want to compare right off the bat are last year and this year and see where we are compared to last year. So the market action index tells us the situation with the supply and demand. Are we in a seller's market? Are we in a buyer's market? We've been in a seller's market for a long time. When you look at the market action index, as a reminder, the number 30 is the break-even point for a buyer's market and a seller's market. Below 30 is a buyer's market. Above 30 is a seller's market. And you can see as of last Friday, we came in at a 55.81. We saw a pretty big jump up from the last week. So that means from a supply and demand perspective, we jumped to more of a seller's market. So we were at a 55.81 last year at the same time. We were at 50.53. So as of right now, it's more of a seller's market than it was 1 year ago. When we look at the active inventory, you can see the black line here is above the green line. So the green line is last year. So we have more active inventory as of right now than we did 1 year ago. We had 561 active homes on the market, where last year we only had 421. So more available inventory for buyers out there right now. So that's good news for them. As far as the weekly new listings, this is how many new listings came on the market last week. Again, that number higher than last year. We had 97 new listings come on the market last week in Knoxville, where last year we only had 67. So again, more new listings, good news for buyers, more available choices out there. As far as the median price of active listings, this is good news for buyers as well. So as of right now, the median price of active listings right now is less than it was a year ago. So there might be an opportunity to get some homes. As far as price decreases, we are still below where we were at the beginning of the year when we were up over 50%, but it did tick up a hair from 43% the week before to 44% last Friday. But that seems to be tending to move lower. We're seeing less sellers having to decrease their prices, because as we said up here, as far as the buyer and seller demand, we are seeing more demand than supply right now. When we dig into the numbers a little bit more, we can go over here. We want to take a look at the market segments and see what is happening in the 4 different market segments. So these market segments break the market down into 4 different price ranges. These are the average price ranges in these 4 segments. So in the lowest price range in Knoxville, the median price of home is $289, and you can expect in that price segment to get around 1,244 square feet, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. But what we keep an eye on every week in each segment is what is happening with new listings coming on the market, are listings getting absorbed, and what the average days on the market are. So in this lowest segment, the 289, we saw 26 new listings come on the market last week. We also saw 39 in that segment get absorbed. So 26 new listings, 39 listings getting absorbed. So that's telling you there is plenty of demand in that price segment. And the average days on the market for the active listings in that segment is 28 days on the market. So this is obviously a very competitive segment in Knoxville. The next segment up averages $399.9. In that segment, you get around 2,000 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 31-year-old home. And in that segment, the $399.9, we saw 33 new listings come in the market and 41 get absorbed. So again, this segment is definitely competitive as well. Homes are getting absorbed, more homes getting absorbed than new listings coming on the market. And in that price segment, the average days in the market for the active listings was 21 days on the market. That was the lowest days on the market for any segment in Knoxville. The next segment up, the average price is $554,950. In that price segment, you can expect to get 2,605 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2.8 baths. That's an interesting number. But in that segment, we saw 16 new listings come on the market and 21 get absorbed. So there is demand in that segment as well. And in that segment, average 35 days on the market for the active listings. And then in the highest segment that averages 827,500, in that segment you can get around 3,413 square feet, 4 bedroom, 3.5 baths, average age about 20 years old. But in that segment, we saw 22 new listings come on the market. We saw 13 get absorbed last week. So a little less demand in that higher price bracket, but still not too bad. Still 22 new, 13 getting absorbed. And in that price bracket, the highest of the 4 segments, days on the market there, 49 days on the market for active listings. So this is showing us that as of last week, we are still seeing plenty of demand for homes in Knoxville. And I can just say we had an open house on a listing that we just put on the market this last week. And in that listing, we had 12 different groups come through that open house, which was pretty good. And that price was right around $475,000. That was in the 37934 zip code. And that home went under contract in one day. So there's definitely demand out there for the homes, especially if they're priced right and they're in a good location. So if you have any questions, you have questions about your home, you have questions about your specific zip code, or any questions at all about the market, don't hesitate to reach out. But as of last week, things are looking like they're trending more towards a seller's market here in Knoxville. We will talk to you soon. This is Troy Stavros, Cornerstone Realty Associates here in Knoxville.